Voilà, c'est parti. Season of the Warlock. New game. Ah, alors attendez. Ouvrir, fermer l'inventaire. Bon, ça doit. Et gauche. Ah bah, j'ai pas grand chose à faire, dis donc. L'aristocrate est en effet censé donner une conférence à la faculté d'histoire. Et l'un des sujets de cette conférence est l'énigmatique Voldemort, le sorcier, personnage mystérieux qui aurait utilisé la magie noire pour régner d'une main de fer sur la population du lointain pays de Roldavi. Et les rares à encore assister aux exposés d'Alistair ne le font que pour le rayer, ces recherches étant qualifiées d'absurdes par ses pairs chercheurs pour lesquels il n'existe pas suffisamment d'éléments attestant de excédé. Lord Alistair décide alors de partir lui-même à la recherche de preuves. C'est donc en Roldavi que notre histoire commence. 1841, ah ouais.
These records sent to me from Vastrasia are fascinating. Look, there is a radical drop in the Groldavian population around the supposed date of Gorobek's execution, due to a huge outbreak of red plague. It cannot be a coincidence. Do you understand what this means?
That we moved here for you to do the same thing you could be doing in London.
I do not accept such levels of candor. Besides, since we have been here, I have done nothing but advance my investigations. Every conspiracy is unraveled bit by bit, and this data gives sense to Waldemar's curse.
Alors, je dois répondre et suivant ce que je réponds, pas de souci, Voltage. Je sais pas où mettre le titre, je vais peut-être le mettre en haut. Suivant ce que je réponds, en fait, ça peut avoir un impact sur le jeu.
What curse?
What are you doing during my lectures? The Warlock swore he would kill his 3 confidants with the very same weapons he was betrayed with. Kruberjan forsook his leader, embraced the Christian faith, and by means of it spread fear in the hearts of people. Lucanesque made use of his art to propagate a terrible illness in these lands. Surely that red plague. The mob blamed the necromancer, and Arkoff supported the revolt and used brute force to eliminate the dissenters. Do you not see? Everything fits perfectly.
Stupéfiant.
Brilliant. But didn't we come here to find evidence of the existence of Waldemar?
And what do you think this wonderful portrait we found here in such good condition is? I would not have found this in London. Though the style is not synchronous with the Warlock's life, this is most probably nothing but a curiosity. It may have no value at all to any serious investigation. Truth is... Oh, who am I trying to deceive? I am a fraud!
Mince. Persévérer, il y a forcément une de vos théories qui est exacte, c'est une question de probabilité.
Don't be discouraged. With your foremost intellect, it won't take you long to make the great discovery for which humanity has been awaiting on edge.
I know you try to cheer me up with your poor compliments so I'll raise your salary, but all this unrelated data proves nothing. I came here looking for wonders, and in all these months the only thing I could call as such is a move without incident. Damn. Where is the magic of these lands? These are just papers.
Ouais.
You should stop being so dramatic and make more effort.
You may be right. I'm having a mental breakdown. Inspiration flees from me. And given the awful diet you make me endure, my brain does not have enough sustenance to face all of these difficult chimeras. Ooh, my head. That bloody migraine again. I need a bath. Maybe thus I can get my thoughts in order and rid myself of the stench of failure I emit. Oh, that's perfect timing. Get rid of whoever it is before I lose my sanity.
Come in! Yes? What can I...
So this is the famous
Oh,
castle.
le chien, il fait flipper.
Hey!
I had expected something far worse. Actually, the decoration's very tasteful.
Listen.
I am Lady Florence of Richmond, Countess of Beresford, and the Baroness of Groldavia and Alturia. I wish to see your master. Please, announce me immediately.
But...
What are you waiting for? Your master has lived here for months and has still not come to greet me. That is not proper for an English lord, mysterious as he might be. Oh, look at those windows, Lily!
There's a tradition of welcoming visitors with sweets, though we've never had many visits, so the licorice inside has become a kind of dusty, heavy mortar. Those leather sofas are difficult to clean, but they seem to be pretty comfortable. I could never know for sure. My relationship with them is business only. The master is in his room, up the stairs to the right.
Oui, ben...
The master is in his room,
Oui.
up the stairs to the right.
Eh ben, allons-y. Dans la chambre du maître. Putain, la chambre, ça va, hein?
I heard voices. Who was that?
Some lady who insists on seeing you. She introduced herself as the Baroness of Groldavia.
To me, she is like Countess Bathory. Get rid of her. Tell her I am... I don't know. I'm not in the mood for showing courtesies to an old harpy.
Well, she's certainly not old. Maybe you should have a look.
Oh, for God's sake, how can I concentrate with a hysterical fossil howling down there? Make her stop.
Right away, sir.
I am sure Archimedes did not have to struggle with this misfortune. Anyone can be a genius that way.
Je lui frotte le dos. Et voilà, sorti. Vers le haut. Il peut une clique, et donc ça peut être plutôt sympa.
I heard screams, milady.
Et il est où
What
son chien?
happened?
My little Lily, he fled from my arms and ran. Oh, he must be lost now. Who knows what might happen to him in such a big castle?
Don't worry, the castle is not as dangerous as it may seem. I'll find him safe and sound, I promise.
Thank you. You are an angel.
Alors, est-ce qu'il est pas parti bouffer dans la cuisine, ton clébard?
Oh my god! He must have jumped into the grinder, lured by the chicken liver of the master's puree.
Comment ça? Non, le chien! Ouh, il est dans la merde! D'accord.
Lily? Hey, pretty thing. Are you okay?
Ça m'a l'air mort. Il est
Does
vivant?
that mean yes?
Ah mais... Alors attends, comment...
It's half rusted. Even if it's of no use for cooking, maybe I can find another use for it.
Mais attends, il faut que j'enlève le chien, là. Oh, le four, je vais pas faire cuire le chien. Y a pas une pince ou un... Il y a quelque chose... Bordel.
Lily? Hey, pretty thing. Are you okay?
Mais s'il est mort, je le mets à la benne, hein.
Does that mean yes?
Chaud. Ok, attends, va par là. Est-ce qu'il n'y a pas une pince, un truc?
A treasure of great recipes. This book has been with me since I first stepped foot in a kitchen. It's taught me everything I know. It's like a Bible to me.
Pourquoi pas?
I was ready to cut it into pieces right when I was interrupted. It's a bit hard, but I'm keeping it. You could prepare a good soup with it. Oh, I'm eagerly waiting to put you in the oven. Mmm.
Ouais,
primal
ouais,
elements.
mais... C'est pas le problème.
My trusty tools.
Je peux pas...
The master says he doesn't understand how I can eat rotten cheese. He doesn't know it's the penicillin that gives it such taste and flavour. Ah, the king of cheeses.
Ouais, je regarde plutôt.
Versatile appetizer. I'm not hungry at the moment, and that's a most unusual
Ah, mais il y a
circumstance.
une louche là. Attends. Voilà, je peux pas l'utiliser.
It's a good one. I had to sacrifice 3 Christmases in order for the master to buy it.
Bon. Faut que je cherche quelque chose. Vers les tables, peut-être qu'il y a un truc. Que les reçus. Bah, c'est pas son chien, ça? C'est quoi ça?
There's a little predator hidden under the carriage. That would explain the disappearance of the chicken from the kitchen. Come here, pretty thing. Ow! That beast almost tore my finger off.
Nom de la famille.
He seems hungry. It needs a good tune-up.
Regardez si on peut pas lui donner à manger.
Since we arrived, I've just been postponing it. Good old idol. Before the weight of the years took its toll on him, he was more talkative. But sure enough, he's always been a horse. It was my bed when we moved into this filthy place.
Sérieux?
Though my bunk in the cupboard under the stairs is made from hay, so I guess it still is. Idol wasn't a bad roommate, but his flatulence grows worse the older he gets.
Alors attends, le truc il a faim, il ressemble un peu à son chien. On dirait un rat plutôt. Ok.
I was ready to cut it into pieces right when I was interrupted. 2 fine specimens. Thank goodness the vermin only ate one. Now is not the moment to start cooking.
Ah si, il faudrait lui donner un truc.
Let's leave it as is. It's an extraordinarily expensive cheese, and it must be covered to prevent spoiling, even if it's only covered by a thin crystal bell, which wouldn't be useful for anything else without breaking.
Là, je vais prendre le collier.
Lily. I think that's more than circumstantial evidence.
Ah, comment on fait le menu? Comment c'était le menu? J'ai récupéré des trucs, donc...
At least he died with a full stomach, and then he ended up being part of the same paste he was
Je vais prendre
digesting.
là, la purée de foie de poulet, et on va le donner au machin là.
It's the master's favourite dish. In fact, he almost exclusively eats that. It must have a special appeal to vermin.
Comment on fait pour avoir le... mince. Comment on fait pour avoir le menu là? Pardon. Vous voulez avoir les... Parce qu'il faut que je donne les affaires ou ça se donne tout seul? Bon, je vais voir. Bon, tiens, toi.
Come here, pretty thing.
Et donne le truc.
That beast almost tore my finger off. He seems hungry.
La molette. Ah, voilà, la molette. Alors, tiens. Oh, ce petit bol. Ouais, c'est un rat. Même pas, c'est pas un rat.
Or you're gonna choke.
C'est quoi ce truc? C'est chelou. Mais tiens, vas-y, mets-lui le... Tiens, tu lui mets le collier.
It'd be better to catch him first.
D'accord, ok.
Fortunately, I can keep that kind of harebrained idea at bay.
Allez. Bam!
Trapped, tamed, submissive, the lamb fought the beast and won. Damn, I'm starting to speak like the master. Come with Uncle Nigel. Now that he's not hungry and sees I'm not going to hurt him, he's quite docile. In the end, I'll grow fond of him. It's what happened with the master.
Oh, la gueule du truc. Attendez. Vous avez vu le truc? Tiens,
He
combine.
stinks like a wild animal that
Il
has never
pue.
taken a bath in his life. He is a ball of lice entangled in thick hair. He is brown, not white.
Ah, bah de la
Yes.
farine.
I'm afraid the Baroness would notice the difference.
On va aller le talquer.
Primal element.
Vas-y. On peut pas? Si. Tiens, tu... Alors. Ça, là, avec la
The
farine.
creature is dirty. To cover him in flour would only make his condition worse.
Ah, merde.
And he would spread flour everywhere he goes.
Ouais, mais faudrait qu'il prenne un bain, sauf qu'il y a l'autre là-haut. Excusez-moi, je vais juste voir dans ma chambre si j'ai de l'eau quelque part. Je reviens. C'est que ça, je pue des pieds, un truc de ouf.
I should consider myself lucky to have 2 pairs of shoes.
C'est chaud. Est-ce que ta bouteille vide?
It's empty, but I keep one for emergencies.
J'ai quelque chose dans l'armoire. Ce que j'avais.
The place I keep my clothes when I'm not wearing them. The threadbare percale of my uniform has little in common with the soft and delicate fabrics of the master's suits.
Alors, je suppose que...
A service bell system similar to the one we had in London. Though, like in London, the master just yells at me most of the time.
D'accord, donc il sonne et lui il doit aller direct...
The mattress is hard as a rock and I always bump my head on the ceiling. But it's better than sleeping in the stable.
Ah, c'est chaud, le pauvre. Ok, bon, bah, on va ressortir. Salle de bal. Je cherche votre chien, hein, ne vous inquiétez pas. Parce que l'autre il est en train de prendre un bain, donc ça va être chiant. Il va sortir lui.
Did you get rid of that howling gorgon yet?
Ah, je peux
It's not
pas.
as easy as it seems.
Do I have to do everything myself in this house?
No, just enjoy your bath.
Finish this as soon as possible.
Salle de bain. Vous voulez du
The
salle de
only
bain?
salt I know of is in the kitchen.
Je vous prends ça. Ni vu ni connu.
No more suffering shampoo.
Shampoo.
Avoid lice, chemical burns,
Shampoo.
eye lacerations, and the more than probable permanent sight loss other shampoos cause. Usage. Apply dry, rub, and immediately rinse. Attention, do not exceed the recommended dose or application time. It can cause hair discoloration and hyperseborrhea. Vanilla perfume.
On va prendre les ciseaux aussi. Parce qu'il va falloir lui couper les extrémités, enfin des poils, quelques poils.
With
Okay.
these I cut the master's hair, though I confess I'm tempted to use them in another way.
Du coup, serviette humide, est-ce que je peux en prendre une?
The master usually asks me to put one on his face while he bathes to open and purify his pores. This one's already wet. Who knows what he's rubbed with it?
Donc, je repars. Personne n'a... Bougez pas, hein. Et j'installe tout ça, moi.
It's a good one.
Alors,
A superficial cleaning won't be enough to get rid of the many stains in his fur. Shampoo is usually applied on hair.
oh là là. Alors,
I used all the shampoo. I have to remember to buy some more.
oh, voilà. Bon. Allez, ciseaux, là. Ah, ça ressemble encore. Hein. Du coup, je peux utiliser la farine ou pas alors?
Primal element.
Non. Bon. Allez.
I I have to submerge him in water in order to rinse him.
Ah, je dois le
The
mettre dans
towel is
l'eau.
wet, but not enough to rinse the animal.
Mais j'ai pas d'eau là. J'ai pas d'eau, j'ai pas d'eau, j'ai pas d'eau. J'ai des œufs marinés, mais ça va pas le faire. Le cheval, j'ai pas vu s'il y avait de l'eau. Et de l'eau par là.
It was my bed when we moved into this filthy
Pas d'eau.
place. Though my bunk in the cupboard
Oui,
under
oui,
the stairs
raconte
is
pas ta vie.
made idle wasn't a bad.
Alors,
I won't
derrière, je pense
deny
qu'il n'y a
that I
rien non
don't have.
plus. Et... Ah, le truc, c'est qu'il y a de l'eau, mais dans la baignoire, quoi. Il va pas vouloir.
The master's study. I'm not allowed to enter unless he requires me.
Salle de
It
bal.
leads to a great ballroom for large receptions, though the only receptions there for a long time have been held by spiders.
Est-ce que je peux
Two of
prendre...
those relics the master insists on buying. I don't know how much dust has accumulated and how much is an actual part of them, so I've decided not to clean them.
On va essayer. Ça m'étonnerait que je puisse mettre la bestiole dans le bain du gars. Hein. Il va me dire, ouais, tu fais quoi là? L'air de rien. Ah, ça se passe bien? Qu'est-ce que vous pensez de ça sur votre visage? Oh, mais carrément! Ah, comment il lui a mis? Je vois rien.
You need your nails trimmed, Nigel. But do not stop.
Ok. Fais voir le machin maintenant comment il est. Ah, il est horrible.
He's perfect as he is.
Ah, d'accord. Bah, je peux reposer ça. On va lui mettre le...
I, for one, tend to act with purpose.
Oui, pardon, c'est moi, c'est moi. Alors, on va lui mettre le collier. Et puis on va aller voir la
A
dame.
new life awaits you in the arms of a woman who will fulfill you with hugs, kisses and love.
Elle va être
Damn
déçue.
vermin. I envy you.
Bon, bah c'est parti. Première énigme résolue. Allez, non. Pas capté le coup de la serviette. Bon, madame, j'ai retrouvé votre chien. Bon, légèrement changé, hein, je vous l'accorde. Tenez, là votre chien.
Oh, you little devil! There you are!
Yes, he's been naughty.
You won't flee from Mummy's arms again, will you? Do you know if your master will keep me waiting much longer? My feet are killing me.
And at your feet I bow. Lord Alistair Ainsworth, scholar, gentleman, researcher. At your service, milady.
Pleased to meet you, my lord. Since you arrived in the region, you have been the talk of the town.
Is that so? Truth be told, that is no surprise. It is difficult to maintain anonymity when you're constantly celebrated.
Everyone wonders what kind of a lunatic would come live in this place of his own accord. Now I can say a rather gallant one in my eyes. I admit that meeting you has made the wait worthwhile.
Indeed, that is something I hear often. Although I must say that if Nigel had told me I was making a raven-haired angel wait, I would have hurried.
But you will make me blush.
And so I shall punish myself. I am not worthy of your rosy cheeks.
Oh,
But tell me, milady, what help could a humble bookworm offer an esteemed woman such as yourself?
oh, do not underestimate yourself, Lord Alistair.
Believe me, he doesn't usually.
You are dismissed, Nigel.
As you say, my lord.
While out walking Lily, I could not help but come in person to invite you to our Calends of May celebration. It's the most important festival of our humble region. We would be honoured by your presence. We will celebrate this Saturday, the night of the 30th of April.
The most important festival in Groldavia is held during the night of Walpurgis, and this year it is a Saturday, the Witch's Sabbath. Coincidence?
Pardon?
Oh, no, nothing. I was just thinking aloud.
Ah, of course. I forgot. You are an intellectual.
Alors, quel est l'objet de ce festival? Vous chargez vous personnellement d'inviter. Avez-vous entendu parler d'un quelconque phénomène surnaturel?
Do you know anything about supernatural phenomena in the area?
What an odd question. Life in Groldavia is very quiet, Lord Alistair. Quiet as a sepulchre, I would say. If not for the little soirees I hold, I would spend all my days knitting or walking little Lily. By the way, did I tell you we are gathering this evening? You should come and get to know the local dignitaries. You will fit in immediately.
What curious local occasion does the festival commemorate?
I'm not sure. As you may have noticed, I am not from Groldavia.
Indeed, I noticed the absence of facial hair.
I've only been here for a few years and I'm not
sympa.
familiar with the traditions. I do not know local history, but there is an exhibit of regional cuisine, a tasting of local wines. Oh, and they burn a bearded straw doll dressed in red. That is to expel bad omens. What a curious superstition, isn't it?
You have no idea.
But if you are interested in these kind of details, come to the meeting this evening. Maybe you can get there the information I alone cannot provide.
Alors du coup, je dois faire tout.
Do you usually visit your neighbors to invite them to the local celebrations?
Only the ones who buy a huge castle uninhabited for decades and do not come to pay a courtesy visit to their baroness. You are no common neighbour, Lord Alistair.
Oh, milady, please. Who would dare to displease you?
I am sure you would be in your element with the dignitaries of our little town. Come to the meeting this evening, and we will confirm that.
You are most kind to show such courtesy, but I am in the middle of something extremely important.
That sounds interesting. What is it about?
Well, historical research of great value. My colleagues in London are expecting results, and...
That's exciting. A few moments of relaxation in the humble company of the most distinguished people in town may serve you well. Join our gathering this evening. There you'll be able to share your fabulous ideas.
Yes, of course. I give you my word as a gentleman that I will try to attend. Now, I am sure you must return to your duties, and I do not want to steal any more of your time.
Truth is, I am enjoying the conversation.
Oh, indeed. And there will be time to continue talking at some other point.
I hope so. Whatever your decision, I will be waiting.
Madame?
Madame de la Mort.
Well, Alistair, it is clear you are as charming as ever. But now you must employ your talent for the highest of purposes. Where were we? Ah, yes. Curiously, I am totally blank. This is going to require a good Havana cigar. Contemplating the goddess by the warmth of the fireplace always inspires me.
D'accord, donc on doit trouver ton cigare.
I got this one off a French toy maker. According to him, this contraption can open the doors to another dimension. Whenever I have some time to waste, I will endeavor to solve the puzzle, as so far it has stubbornly stuck to being a wooden cube. Now I must focus on my work. A Havana
donc c'est dans
cigar
cette
would
pièce,
help me
d'accord.
start out on the right foot.
Ok, c'est dans cette...
There is an old legend about 3 monkeys sent to the world as informers of the gods to watch over humans, and this figurine serves as protection from their nosiness. But I have seen Nigel sniffing around my books sometimes, so I guess it doesn't work on shaved gorillas.
Attends, on va le
I do not
sonner.
need Nigel's help at the
Ah bon?
moment.
Pour qu'il t'amène un cigare, t'as pas besoin de lui. Bah voilà. N'importe quoi.
What do we have here? Oh, an exquisite Havana cigar of such fine quality, even the band is excellent. There are other cigars, but those are cheaper. and a finely engraved cigar cutter. It is pretty sharp. Pallas, goddess of wisdom, and a great influence on my work. I got it pretty cheap off an antique dealer, only because some feathered creature had decided to empty its bowels while flying over it. Nigel gave it a scrubbing, and here it is. Good as new.
Ok, donc... Eh bien, on va...
Its singular design may be misleading. It is a unique collector's item made of Damascus steel of the utmost sharpness. It could surely cut much more than cigars, but in these kind of tools, luxury lies in being absurdly overqualified for their purpose.
Voilà. Ah, je peux pas lui donner. Bon, bah.
That does not make any sense
Non
at
mais
all.
c'est pas ça, putain. Allume-le là.
O goddess of wisdom, beacon of poets, giver of light and mother of science, I commend myself to you. Good heavens, what a fine cigar! It would be a pity to enjoy it with no appropriate accompaniment. I'll ask Nigel to bring me a glass
voilà.
of brandy.
Ouais, brandy plus tard.
Why do you punish me so? I only beseech you for a spark of inspiration. What have I done to you? Ah, archaic idols. If you were of any importance, they would still make sacrifices in your name. Not that long ago, beings of flesh and blood showed the world that there is no need for churches to work miracles. Humans, able to know the answer to life, the universe, and everything. People like you. Oh yes, the time of the gods is over. Now we live in the season of the Warlock. How many secrets your story conceals. I would give anything to discover them. I would give my soul for you to share them with me.
That can be arranged.
What? Who is there?
You were saying something about giving your soul.
You are... Oh my God!
Well, I am not that popular anymore. You can call me Voldemar.
Where are you talking from? Are you back from the dead?
Truth is, I never left. Even though it's been refurnished, this is still my home. Part of my ubiquitous presence has been observing you since you arrived, scrutinizing. Now that you've finally come to the realization that it is futile to continue with what you call your greatest work by conventional means, I think you are someone with whom it's possible to come to an agreement.
Fine then, let's get down to business. What do you want from me?
I want you to be the keeper of my secrets, of my ancestral magic. Do you want respect, applause, recognition? I will provide you with such tools that you will be revered, adored, and...
Fine, fine, you have convinced me. Where do I sign?
One moment, my friend. All this comes with a price.
Ah, so it comes to this. Let me fetch my checkbook. Shall I write W. Gorobek, or would you rather it be to the bearer? I will return right away, do not move.
I do not want anything material. I am a free soul, you understand? I want you to fulfill the vow of vengeance I swore against those who betrayed me. The ones responsible for my incorporeal prison.
There are certain details I cannot fathom, matters that evade my knowledge.
Do ask, but I warn you, do not abuse my patience.
Ah, n'importe quoi, il est trop tard pour faire payer ces traîtres. Dois-je les retrouver? Vous étiez si puissant, comment se fait-il que vous n'ayez pas réussi à déjouer la conspiration? Ah ah!
Were you unable to flee by using the vast knowledge you are offering me?
I was stripped of the sources of my power. Thanks to them, I became the greatest mind to walk upon this world. The very world that could have been mine. But without them, I was left mostly unprotected. If you agree to impede me, I will tell you how to use them. You will be strong enough to command armies with a single gesture, access a universe of knowledge hidden from the immortals since the Elder Times. And as ridiculous as your words may be, they will captivate even the most skeptical, who will follow you without hesitation. Tell me, Alistair, would you like to be a titan, or would you rather be a risible aristocrat?
Truth is, it is very tempting. I am considering it.
Le truc, c'est que apparemment le personnage, il veut quand même. Il voudrait le faire.
In all these centuries, have you not found a single candidate to carry out your plan? To be honest, that does not instill a lot of confidence.
Oh yes, there was somebody. A painter. What was his name? It was many decades ago. Well, it does not matter now. At first we had some serious communication problems. It is quite difficult to talk when you are a building. In the end we became friends, as he painted this portrait of me. Thanks to which I recovered my voice. Sadly, he was not very accustomed to his work talking to him, so he ended up being a bit disobedient. Not long after, he vanished without a trace. It's a pity. It could have been a very fruitful relationship for both of us. I hope you are less imprudent. Will you help me?
Well, I have to consider. Were you unable to fulfill your vow of vengeance during the many years you have been trapped in your immaterial prison?
Well, things happened, mostly related to the real estate market. Look, when your body is turned to ash, your spirit cannot appear through the usual means. It is written in the Ghostly Appearances Regulations book that those who die this way can only possess a portrait or image of themselves. And in the event that none exist, their last known residence instead. I never commissioned the portrait when I was alive. Medieval art was not very appealing. This one was done much later, so my essence was confined to this very castle, the doors of which no one would enter for many centuries. Then the purchase of haunted mansions rose. Is not any moment a good one to wreak bloody vengeance? What you say, Alistair? Will you be my executor?
I am a bit indecisive. I don't think I am wrong when it comes to the identity of those traitors.
True indeed. You already know their names. Eugen of Kruberjan, Nietzsche Lukanesk, and Vladimir Arkov. 3 ruffians I thought were loyal, until they got the chance to betray me and steal my power. That interest of yours, does it mean you will help me?
I have to think about it. Centuries have passed since then. I think time has already done that for you.
Oh yes, do not remind me of that. That is why I'm still here. I cannot rest in peace until their seed has completely vanished from this world in the name of vengeance, as I swore. To be honest, back then I thought it would be easier, but I made some miscalculations. One cannot think clearly when fire licks your body as it burns your organs.
What you ask me demands an important choice. I must reflect.
Enough faltering! You must decide. Are you with me or against me?
C'est que tout se joue. Allez. Vous avez accepté le pacte et allez devenir un instrument dans le plan de vengeance. La version complète du jeu, le scénario se verra totalement modifié par cette décision. Lord Alistair saura-t-il se montrer suffisamment courageux pour accomplir la volonté de Warlock? Vous avez joué à la démo de notre jeu, on espère que vous l'avez apprécié. Regardez la bande-annonce. bien, bien.